So, comfort eating isn't about food. It never actually was. It's about a coping mechanism you learned to make yourself feel better because of something that would have happened to you as a child. And what happens is you still comfort eat today because when you do that, I want you to know that your inner child is the version of you that is in control when you're reaching for that food, when you feel emotional, or when you want to stuff down your emotions. And I want you to know from this video today, no diet in the world, no weight loss Manjaro jab is going to change anything unless you actually start to work with your inner child. If you are somebody that is really serious about losing weight and you know that you comfort eat massively, work with your inner child. That's the version of you that is stuck in the past. And regardless of whether or not you believe in the inner child principle, I want you to know that actually there is a part of you, the most younger part, that is your vulnerable emotions, that makes choices and decisions in your life around food, money, relationships, and a whole host of other things. And when you are somebody that is comfort eating, that's because that is a survival strategy you learned as a child. How many of you were people that were given sweets or chocolate and told to be quiet? And if you're a parent and you do that now, you're only doing that because that was something that was done to you back then. And that's where, when you start to get in touch with your inner child, that's when you're going to actually start to lose the weight. Because what I'm a fan of and really passionate about is something we call reparenting. And reparenting is where we understand what stories are playing out in our life right now, and we look at giving ourselves with curiosity and compassion what we needed back then that we can give ourselves now. So when it comes to comfort eating, rather than being harsh on yourself, how about you start to investigate why you do that? Because that's why you clicked on this video. Because when you start to become curious about why you do something, you're actually starting to reach what we call the inner child. Because otherwise, what happens is your life goes on autopilot. How many of you in this video here today, and pop it in the comments, are you somebody that does a diet on a Monday and then by Tuesday or Wednesday it's all over because you've had to give in? You're not weak. It's not a willpower thing. You're not broken. It's your inner child that's sitting there and going, oh my God, here we go again. And what I'd love to teach you today is what I call the 10-second pause. This has been the fundamental thing, and also reparenting with the inner child, that has massively made a difference. And it's actually allowed me to stop my binge eating habit that I've had for many, many years. And now the weight is lovingly dropping off my body and I'm losing weight every week because I'm not doing those habits. I'm not doing those things anymore. So the 10-second pause is when you want to comfort eat and you want to go and grab something, you want to go and grab that biscuit, or you want to go and grab maybe a savoury and you want to have something. I want you, before you do that, to just pause for 10 seconds and just connect with whatever part of you, younger, older, and just literally stop and say to yourself, why do I want that thing right now? What was I thinking or feeling, or what happened preceding me wanting this thing that is causing me to have the peanuts or whatever it is that you're wanting to have? What do I need to investigate? What do I need to have a look at? And it's okay if I want that thing, but I'm proud of myself today because I've taken that pause, because I've stopped. And I'm not going to beat myself up if I want to comfort eat. But today, I've done something amazing and I've stopped. And I want you to know that any part of you that needed that conversation, that heard that right then. So that's the 10-second pause. And then if you still want that thing, go and have it. But don't beat yourself up. Know that today you took a different approach when it came to comfort eating. Because what happens is when we're comfort eating, we get in a cycle, we get in a loop, we get in a habit. And then what we do, if you had huge childhood trauma like me, we beat ourselves up. How many of you are so cruel to yourself? You know, how many of you have got an inner critic? I made a really great video all about the inner mother and how you can actually find your mother wound and you can end your cycle. I'll link it up here, all about the inner mother. That will really help you understand that actually you have a really soothing, beautiful voice inside of you that can come from compassion and kindness. But quite often, what happens is when it comes to food and comfort eating, you'll have that inner critic, do you not? Do you not hear that voice in your head, which is, see, told you? Stupid. You did it again, did you? And that inner critic voice, that is actually the voice of your mother that you would have heard in the past. And 9 times out of 10, when we're comfort eating, we're doing that because that little child or that part of you, because it can be a different age, that's stuck in that moment in time. And that's why I say when you come to do the inner child work and you come to do reparenting, that's going to help you lose the weight. Because your job is to start to make your inner child feel safe. Many of you grew up with really bad dysregulation as a kid. Many of you in this video today, you grew up in chaos. You grew up in situations where you never knew what was going on left or right. And then what you're doing is you're watching videos like this because you're trying to help yourself heal. Well done. I'm proud of you for clicking on this video and watching this. Take that from me. It's not easy changing the pattern. So that's the first bit. Try the 10 seconds when it comes to comfort eating and just stop and pause yourself. But next time, don't berate yourself when you go and do that. And then I'd love to also just give you some reparenting things that you can do when you do have that connection with your inner child, because that's why you see me. I'm a reparenting, trauma coach. I'm someone that can really, really help you learn to get in touch with your inner child and have those beautiful conversations. But here's some beautiful things that you can do. So I'm going to come and use a role play scenario for you, just so you understand that this is how I work with my inner child and you can too. So here we go. Okay, you there? It's Daddy. Yeah. Daddy would love to talk to you about why we comfort eat sometimes and why we have food rather than we sit and chat to Daddy. Are you open to that day today, baby? Mm. Oh, Daddy. Okay, it's Daddy. Daddy loves you. Daddy's not here to tell you off, sweetheart. Daddy is here just to ask you and just to hold your hand and sit by your side. I'm not here to tell you off like your mum. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to hold you and look after you. And I want you to know it's not a bad thing what we have been doing around comfort food. I want you to know that Daddy's always here and Daddy is all, you can always talk to Daddy. Really? Yes, LK. You can always talk to Daddy. Remember, we have a very special thing where we use synchronicities. So one of the things that I'd love you to do next time you want us to comfort eat, LK, is I want you to use one of the synchronicities. Ma, do you want a day, Daddy? So the synchronicities we have are you use things like The Lion King or Little Mermaid or Disney movies. If you want my attention, you send me something from childhood that reminds Daddy that that's you. Oh yeah, Daddy. So I want you to know that if you feel like we want to eat, I want you to know that let's try talking so that we don't eat. Is that okay, okay? Yeah, Daddy, that would be really, really good. Okay, Daddy loves you so much, sweetheart. You're such a special, beautiful little baby girl. And Daddy loves you. Oh, I loves you too, Daddy. Thank you for talking to me today. Oh, LK, Daddy will always love you. Always, always, always. You are the bestest, most amazing girl in the whole wide world. And Daddy loves you. Thank you, Daddy. And that's just an example there. And when I was using that baby language, that's how my inner child sounds. But she didn't used to sound like that. She sounds like that now because I cherish her. I'm tender. I'm so loving towards her. And you can learn to do that too. That's the whole point of this video is I teach you things where you learn reparenting techniques. We talk a lot about this in the Skool community. I do coaching with my Skool community. I'd love you to come and join it over there. It's beautiful people and we're looking at helping and supporting each other. And maybe that is for you. So there's a little thing just under here in the descriptions. Come and join the Skool community. I really hope you've taken some stuff from this video here, because I want you to know it's not about willpower. It's not about doing that Slimming World, or it's not about Weight Watchers or the weight loss Manjaro jab. All of those things are short-term fixes. And in order to resolve your comfort eating issue, you need to get to why you do it. Understand that when you are comfort eating, it's because there is something coming up. And rather than stuffing that food down deeply in your body, how about you become curious? You use my 10-second approach, or you connect with your inner child and you say, hey, sweetheart, and you can do it afterwards. So, how about the next time that you comfort eat, you try the 10-second pause, then you do it, but how about you speak to your inner child afterwards? And if you'd love to learn to work with your inner child, again, that's why you just see me. Anyway, I hope you've taken a lot from this video. Let me know in the comments here, which is the best bit that really landed with you, that made you go, thanks, Cal, I'm really glad I clicked on this one. Because that's the whole point of why I create my content, from my own lived experience, sharing my own examples to help someone like you heal today. I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. I've got a ton of videos. It's a playlist up there, absolutely full of videos on inner child and parts work. Because I do believe no matter what happened to you as a kid, you truly can heal and you can set yourself free. And you can learn, like me, not to comfort eat anymore. There is something different, and that's you. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Cheers. Take care. Ta-da. Bye-bye.